It really surprised me when I first became a hypnotist, just how many people come to see you with the idea that you're going to fix them somehow. And that's really not the role of a hypnotist. It's the person themselves who's responsible for what happens to them. And this opens the conversation to a larger topic, that of taking on the role of victim as opposed to taking ownership for what happens in your life, whether it's your fear of riding or your reluctance to get on your horse or a multitude of other things that happens in our lives that people come to a hypnotist for. And so when people use words like I should be doing this, I must do that, those are victim words. Someone who's taking ownership will instead say, I want this to happen, or I choose this. That's giving you agency. That's giving you power over what's going on in your life. And you do have the power. It opens up the idea of being responsible as opposed to in a victim role. Life just happens to me. Things just happen to me all the time. I can't control them. It's not my fault. They just happen. It's because, and they'll give you a litany of reasons why. The fact is, regardless of what the circumstances are, we have agency. We have power to choose what goes on in our lives. When we wake up in the morning, it's not a fixed thing that's going to happen that day. We wake up to possibilities, and what we choose and the degree of ownership that we take on and accept is going to have a big part in what ends up happening that day in your life. I'd like to just talk a little bit about the word responsibility, the ability to respond to whatever happens in your life. We have that ability. In a victim mode, they'll want to get through what's ever happening in their life. I just got to get through this. Where someone who is in the role of ownership, taking responsibility, is going to have more of an attitude of what can I get from this experience? What can I learn from this experience? It's really a huge problem for a lot of people going through life feeling like they're a victim, feeling like things are just happening to them that are beyond their control, because we do have a lot of control as to what happens in our lives. And to recognize that and to take the responsibility to take ownership of your part in whatever is going on and what is there for me to get from this experience, rather than this just happens to me all the time. Those are really big things in terms of how you meet the world and the experiences that you're going to have in your life. Follow me for more. Tom O'Ryan, equestrianhypnocoach.com.